Power 93.7, WBOK the People Station. Your boy Still About Money on the inside, setting the vibe, plugging you into the 716 Spotlight, of course, brought to you by Easy Loan Auto Sales. And if you can't tell, there's a lot of drip in the studio right now. A lot of long, luxurious hair. I got the one, the only, my young boy, Mvrro. What's going on, pimp?
Chilling. Same old. Can't really complain.
Now, we're going to keep this as real and authentic as possible. I'm not going to lie, all right? I ran into this man at the 716 Spotlight Showcase, right?
Yeah.
Like 3 of them ran up on me, right? Good energy. Yo, Still, I see what you're doing. I rap, I produce, I do this, I do that. I'm not gonna lie. I say judge free zone. I did judge him. I said, look at this dude trying to look like me with these hair and all this. Man, I don't want to hear your music. He probably trash. I get home though, because of the energy you guys had, and was blown away, man. I was surprised, and I'm happily surprised. So I couldn't wait to get you up in here to chop it up with you, man. So you do the beats, you write your own raps, you sing as well, you mix yourself, you engineer yourself, you master yourself, and your hair almost as dope as mine. I mean, what else can't you do, Mvrro? What's going on, man?
Yeah, dance. That's the next thing I can't do. But nah. Aside from that, though, it's a pleasure to be up here for real. When it was me and my management team, Ear Quality.
Shout them out. Shout them out.
Yeah, shout out to Ear Quality. Shout out to Soul Searching. Local brand. Gotta
support your own. Support your own.
So they've been trying to get us to do that spotlight for a while. And then I ran into you at Vibrations.
That's true. You ran to Vibrations too when I was hosting that.
Yeah, and I was talking to you. I was like, yo, I see you did the interview with Amber Simone. I produced that song that was on a radio.
Which is dope. I don't mean to digress, but Amber made the countdown. The first local artist to make the 27 at 7 countdown. With this man on the beat.
Yes, sir.
With one and all. All right.
Yeah.
Back to what you said. Sorry, I digress.
So, so we was talking from there, and I'm just like, okay, cool. Maybe he'll listen to it. Maybe he won't. You like, send it to me. But you know how industry talk works.
Absolutely.
So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I didn't really feel like it was time just yet anyway. But then the next time we seen you at the 716 Spotlight, my manager came out and was like, and DJ 360, he was like, yo, we gotta get him on the spotlight. You know that's next. We made history. We gotta get on the spotlight. I was like, is it time yet though? Is it time? Like, and then we seen you. He was like, bruh, it's time. And he went over there and just started talking to you. I was like, all right.
I'm really not that bad. I don't know why people think I'm really a mean guy. I'm really not that bad. I'm really nice and approachable.
It wasn't that. It was I was feeling like I needed to do a little bit more before I can be at that
I like
spotlight.
that energy though, because I always feel like there's always work we could do.
Right.
In your case, though, the work that you've done has got you to this point.
Exactly.
Now, the song that kind of came to mind, you sent me a whole bunch. Pop Out, which actually got the video for. Who shot that video for you?
Lukman Muhammad.
That's super dope. We'll have a link for you guys below to check that out.
Definitely.
As well. Now, the whole energy behind Pop Out, like, how did that come about? Because it sounded like you was kind of feeling yourself in the studio.
Yo.
Got your pen, your little drink. You like, Shorty gonna see me when I pop out.
Yo,
if I hit it one time, that's my chick now. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
like,
so
how did that come about?
So the thought process, and I was just in my room playing PlayStation 4 in a party with my boys, and I was like going through like sounds and stuff that I had, and then I had that. Dun, 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 dun. I was like, nah. Boop, muted my mic, went on there and just started freestyling. That song is a freestyle.
The whole song?
Like, it's a freestyle. Of course, I fixed some stuff up, but it was mainly a freestyle, and I recorded it off of 2 whole different mics.
That's
too.
dope.
Like, I just threw it together, and it ended up being what it was.
Now, do you feel like you're more in the moment when you like freestyle off the beat and just chop it up and make sure it's tight, or do you prefer to write it normally? Like, what's your normal process?
So my normal process is I would just be in a studio, you can say, in my house, in my room, just making a beat. And this is the thing too. When I make beats for other people, I make songs for myself and then take my voice out and send them. So while I'm making a beat for a person, sometimes I will have like a melody, and I was like, nah, I gotta keep this for myself, kind of thing. So it'll
on your Kanye, I ain't mad at you.
So it'll go from there to, all right, cool, I'm about to insert some stuff in here. I will record myself just doing whatever, probably not even saying any English words, like just
the melodies and the flow.
Melodies. Yeah, and I will mix myself like that.
Oh.
So it'll be pretty much already mixed, and then I just come in and just re-record my part. So
it sounds like the Minions a little bit, but you know what the hell you want the flow to be like.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of smart.
So in that way you kind of get the organic like feel of what you had when you first heard that beat. You know,
and what's real is a lot of industry cats. That's sometimes how they put together their music.
Exactly.
They'll sit there and you just hear all these weird sounds coming out of them in the studio, and they really just getting their melody and their flow right, and then they'll pin in the words.
Exactly.
So that's really dope. Now I'm a super fan of the One Stop Shop. Still, what's the One Stop Shop? That's a great question. I'm glad you guys asked that. That's the artist that can do it all. I mean, you write, you mix, you master, you produce, and you do your own beats. That's hard to do, especially when you're trying to start your own movement. It's best to be in-house because it's more cost efficient. You don't have to pay nobody to do the beats because you do the beat. You don't have to pay nobody to mix and master your stuff because you mix and master your own stuff. And to still do it at such a high level what sounds industry standard, man, you should pat yourself on the back for that, man.
Thank you.
Because you're a young boy, right? How old are you?
21.
21, man. I hear a lot of people, and they usually are older people. I've been rapping for 10, 15 years, man. I do this myself. I don't got nobody to mix and master me, and they sound terrible. Yeah. Now here you are, a young man with that motivation that I'll do it myself. You sit there, you mix your master, you put it all together, man. I'm very proud of that, man.
Thank you.
You should be proud of yourself for that too, especially being this young.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, how long have you been doing music? I know this didn't happen overnight for you to sound nice like this. It had to be a process where you was trash for a little bit, right?
Yeah. Even like the sound that I got now with melodies and stuff, I just started like, I've been building that ever since like my freshman year in college. Like I've been starting to look at the world different and look at how we make music and how we listen to music different.
Become a student of the game.
Exactly. So I started from freshman year in college, which was like 4 years ago. From there, building my current sound. But I've been making beats since I was like 12. I used to use this website called Loop Labs where you take already made loops and just put them together. So it taught me how to arrange things. Then when I was like 13, 14, I found what was it called? Soundation.com. It's for anybody that want to start producing. Soundation.com is a place to go. It's free and it gives you an online studio to where you can actually learn how to make a beat. Like take a sound, make a melody from a little keyboard or whatever. And then from there, 14 years old, sophomore year in high school, that's when I started saying, okay, FL Studio is where to go. Downloaded the free trial, had to make all my beats in one day. I couldn't save nothing.
Struggle.
Yeah. But from there, found the crack version. And then after that, that's when I started, saying, okay, let me get more official with this and started putting more money behind what I'm doing.
Now, did you have somebody point you in this direction of trying to teach yourself how to do this, or was this something that God just dropped in your head one night while you were asleep? Like, what happened?
Well, my family is actually like big in music. Like,
okay, there you go.
My uncle Nate, like he's a gospel, or Nathan Salter, he's a gospel artist or a gospel producer, like he do a lot. And he
getting that money is what you mean, yeah.
And then my other family, like my pops was doing it, my everybody else, they just.
So it's in your blood then?
Yeah, it's in my blood. Actually, some of my family is in the Color Musicians Club.
I did something over there. Me and Yaz went down there. That's dope.
Yeah, actually going there for a field trip and seeing like my great uncle, I was like, oh, this is cool. Like,
that's kind of dope. That's super dope.
Like, so it was cool. So from there, and then some here and there, my cousin Charismatic actually helped me record my first song. But yeah, he was giving me input, learning throughout the years, learning from different producers. Shout out to Eric Ruffin, Eric on the beat. He helped me a lot. College Boy, Screenmaker, they helped me a lot. So just being able to use different sounds and expand. Like
now the name Mvrro made it beat and happen. Is a tag you put on your beats. Now where Mvrro come from? Where that name come from?
So it's funny because my name used to be Esco on the beat. Shout out to everybody that worked with me from that point, like a couple years ago. But I changed my name 2 years ago. But shout out to Shanta Fonta too. She was the first one to give me a chance. Side note. So it was Esco on the beat. Was going different places. People in high school know me as Esco on the beat. I went to a 716 live cypher, and they tried to confuse me with another Esco. Not the people with 716 Live, but some other people that were there thinking I was...
Just because of name recognition type.
Name recognition. They thought I was Billy Esco. Which is the
homie. Shout out Billy Esco.
Yeah, shout out to him. Real dope. But basically, from that point on, like me, I don't want to be known as a person that's walking into a place and getting recognized for somebody else's work, basically.
Facts.
So I was
You want to
like,
be known for your gifts.
exactly. And when I started expanding my sound, like doing different things, like making dance hall beats, making R&B, singing, stuff like that, then I was like, let's go on a beat singing. Like, you don't really.
Like, is that Nas' little brother? Nas' little brother do beats now?
Exactly. So I was like, nah, I need to do something that's me. And my middle name is Mvrro, so Mvrro comes from tomorrow. And that's basically what
Like it. Mvrro made it happen.
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
gonna lie. When I first heard it, Mvrro, I thought you were Spanish.
Oh.
I said, okay.
Yeah.
Little Mexican up here doing beats. I like it. And it turned out to be a brother. I ain't mad at all for that.
Yeah.
Now, the project Pop Out is on, where people can go tune into that if they haven't. Where can they get that at?
Now Pop Out is on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud. It's on Tidal. Go stream it from Tidal. They pay out more. It's everywhere. YouTube, the videos on YouTube. We're trying to work on getting a video in other places, but time. It take time to do all
So, what's the 5-year plan for Mvrro?
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. I know that's a long time in this social media day. We only think about 24 hours.
Yeah,
but 5-year plan for you. What's your ideal situation if it plays out for you?
All right, I'm gonna break it down in years. First year is probably, I'd say, like from this year on, being known in Buffalo, being recognized for being what I've been doing behind the scenes. Second year, being known elsewhere, branching out everywhere else but Buffalo. Of course, I'm gonna bring everything back to Buffalo because
But you gotta go to grow.
Exactly.
You know?
You grow somewhere else and you bring whatever you learn from those places back to home and make it better. So, boom, I'm gonna be doing that. Third year, I'm getting a Grammy.
Hey, I like it. I better be in that Grammy speech. I don't want to hear it. Nope.
Yeah.
I better be in that Grammy speech.
Yeah.
Mama on the radio show told me still about money. He believed in me. That's
Exactly.
how you should say it. Exactly. Verbatim.
Right. But yeah, in 4 or 5, it's just getting more recognition and getting higher in the game. But I want to, by like the 5th year, I want to be able to. My whole goal with this music by 5 years is to be able to pay for my lifestyle, pay for my family, make sure my family's straight, make sure if I ever have kids, please not yet.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Yeah. But if I have kids, make sure they straight. I don't have to get up for a 9 to 5 that I don't want to, and still keep making money while doing something I love. Like, because I know a lot of times people say that music changed for them because they have to do it and make it sound like a job. I don't ever want to be like that. I don't ever want to wake up hating where I'm going to be at and hating what I got to do to get money. I'm going to be doing it organically.
Now here's my question, right? To all producers, when you guys go to make that transition from being a producer to an artist, what is it that made you do that? Was it something you always felt like I was an artist, but I'm nice at doing beats, so I'll do this for right now? Or was it you were doing beats and you like, you know what? I rap better than you. You trash. You know what? You messing up my beat. I'm gonna do this myself. Like, what was that transition like? That thought process for you?
It definitely wasn't the second one because I don't really downplay anybody. Well, I mean, there's trash people, but in their head they nice. And music is about making.
It's called self-esteem. It's how you feel about yourself. I judge nobody for feeling that they're great in their own mind. But it's still trash.
Yeah. So I was like, so it was more so I've always been making beats. Like my process always has been
making beats,
making a song when I make my beat, because like a beat can only be good with a song. Like I mean, a beat is great by itself, but to be able to understand that okay, this beat will be able to hold somebody doing a 16 bar verse or an 8-bar hook or whatever. So I've always been doing it, but I've always been like real self like what do you say well, I've been down on myself about my own music for a while. Like I was self-doubt. Self-doubt. So I was doubting myself, like saying like, oh, I don't know how people gonna feel about this, but then I started understanding it's about what I feel about it.
That's a fact.
And then when I started putting that energy into it started manifesting into something more. So
that's a fact. Now, being a producer, who's your top 3 producers in the game right now? Top 3. They could be young, they could be old.
Wow,
what does Mvrro listen to get inspiration?
Everything. Like I listen to everything, but 3 producers, I have to say, I have to put one legendary producer in there, Timbaland. I feel like out of all of the producers that was out 20 years ago, he is like one of the only ones to me that I feel like kept, other than Scott Storch, of course. Before he got too high on that Chichi and the Yayo. Yeah. Yeah, mess him all the way up. He don't got no holes in his nose. Just Freeze on. Ooh, I digress. I'm sorry. Go back to what you said. But he is nice though. He's super nice. Like I mean, when you can stay up
for 3 days in a row and do beats because you Scarface. I mean, I'm sure.
Like, yeah, he had some dope joints on 6ix9ine project. All that. Well, anyway,
He trying to get back.
Yeah. Timbaland, like he always kept his style, but just made it back into the new age to where a person nowadays could still rap on a Timbaland style. He was always ahead of his time.
That's a fact.
So him, 40, because 40 he made Drake's like his sound,
that energy, that vibe.
Yeah,
what
like,
we know as Drake now.
Yeah, I love the fact that he did that because I feel like not enough producers get the credit that they deserve.
That's a fact.
But I'm peeping. I'm watching. And as far as my third one, that's hard. I mean, you could say, Murder Beats, of course, because I love
Young Boy's on one. He's on one right now.
I love like bassy music. Like I love basic music. I haven't heard a Murder beat in a while, but he's always somebody that gets like my ideas going as far as like the way he chopped his melodies, finding out different ways to mess with the stuff that I have now. Him, it's just so many people I can't even name. Like it's kind of hard.
You're supposed to say yourself, Mvrro. You're supposed to say yourself.
I mean, that goes without saying.
You're supposed to say yourself.
That goes without saying. But
I'm so hyped for you, man, because I feel like it's just the beginning for you. I don't even think you really scratched the surface of what you're gonna do in this music game. So for the next 2 weeks, homie, it's all about you. All right, front page of the app, front page of the website. We only talking Mvrro. Now tell people where they can find you on social media.
You can find me. Hold on, wait.
Let's fix the hat. No, get the drip right. Get the drip right.
So you can find me at SoundCloud, Proud by Mvrro, Mvrro. Yes, the A is an upside down V. I'm sorry if you think I'm a rude. But you can find me on Instagram, Proud by Mvrro, Twitter, Proud by Mvrro, Facebook, Mvrro, everything Mvrro. Just search up Mvrro and you'll probably find me. So.
And what station is supporting on playing that pop out?
93.7 WBLK. You already know what it is.
Free plug.
I say you know the still. Like you already know.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Don't get me some. That's what I'm talking about.
You already know.
Long hair don't care. You can tell me dripping in here. Well, I appreciate you, homie, for coming up. Thanks for bringing your boy. What's your name again? I'm sorry.
My name is Serge.
Serge. He said that proper as hell. My name is Serge. What's up, Serge? Serge is your assistant manager, so I'm glad you both can take time out your busy schedule to come up here and chop it up with me.
Yeah.
Next 2 weeks, man, it's all about this young man. So, till we meet again, it's still about money. My last 2 cents. Chase the dream, not the money. Dream it, believe it, put God first and achieve it. You know the still. Mama on the radio.